So I'm John Lunn. So I'm a developer. So I write code for a living. And I'm going to talk to you about the future of spending money. So I spend a lot of my time inventing new things and imagining what the future is going to be like. And I think what you're seeing now when it comes to shopping and buying things, the world is changing faster than it has ever changed before. So if you think, what was the last innovations in payments? It was probably the credit card, and it was probably 60 or 70 years ago. So since that time, not much innovation had happened. The biggest innovation before that had happened was people not putting their money under the bed and now putting it in a bank. So payments does not change very fast. So there we go. What is changing and what is really exciting at the moment is everybody's talking about e-commerce, 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 like this is the greatest thing to ever happen. But what is actually happening is that E in e-commerce needs to go away because e-commerce is no longer e-commerce, it's now commerce. And what has happened, if you shop online, for example, if you go to that store, what they know about you is who you are, where you live, where you're sending the items, what things you bought, for example, what size clothes, and where you go afterwards. Now, if you walk into a store, a normal store, they know nothing about you. You could walk into the same shop every day, and they won't know anything about you. And that has to change to make shopping more friendly, more useful, and more relevant. So if you go to most of Europe at the moment, you'll see big brands, big companies like Blockbusters, for example, going out of business because they're not keeping up with technology. And what you need to do and need to look at is how you take that online technology and bring that into the store. So I'm going to talk about a few PayPal products. This is not a sales pitch. Remember, I'm a developer. I'm going to talk about a few products just to make it clear so you understand what I'm saying. So the first thing you need to do to make real-world shopping more useful is you need to understand who your customer is. Now, this is really important. Login is not identity. So there's many companies out there offering login with this, login with that, login with your social networks. Login only says, I am who I claim to be. It doesn't mean I am who I am. So most people have two personas. They have their real persona, and they might have their internet persona. So you're always a little bit more good looking on the internet. You have more friends, all that kind of stuff. In the real world, that's probably a bit different. You can pretend to be whoever you want. And until 2 weeks ago, I used to say, you can be a dog on a social network, but you can't be a dog and have a bank account. I discovered last week, actually in one state in America, a dog can open a bank account. So I was slightly wrong. But where your identity actually sits is with your bank. It's the best place. That's the most up-to-date information about you is your bank, because that's very important to you. You want your money to go somewhere, and you want your money, your salary, to come into your bank account. So by using systems like login with PayPal, you get a verified user. You know this person is who they say they are, and their data is up to date. Other technologies I'm going to talk about briefly is PayPal Checkin. So PayPal Checkin is a system that allows me to shop without a wallet. So I can go to the PayPal app, I can look at what stores are around me now. So if you've used Foursquare, if you used Facebook login, you will know this experience. But with PayPal, I can log in, and that will then show me all the stores around me. I can say, I'm going to that store, I walk in, and what happens is that store now sees my face on their terminal. So if I want to pay, I say, I want to pay. I have now paid. I don't need to take out my wallet. I don't need to take my card out. I don't need to use stupid things like NFC. I just wave, say hi, and I'm done. So this is how PayPal Checkin works. That's live in a number of countries around the world, but it's pretty important to what I'm going to talk about. One of the interesting things about PayPal Checkin is, say I want to get some juice. So I'm at home. I'm lying in my house. I've just woken up. Every day I like to get juice. I can go to PayPal Checkin, I can pick my local Jamba Juice or a juice shop, I can check in, say, and it then takes me to a site that says, okay, what drink would you like? I can say I want a carrot juice, carrot and tomato juice. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I then walk to that store, on the counter is my juice, it's waiting for me. I pick it up, I say thanks, I walk out. I've not done any trading, I'm not standing in a queue, not standing in a line, I can save my favorites. I've made shopping more enjoyable. It's become a day-to-day thing. But we thought that whole action of checking in, getting my phone out, a little bit hard for some people. So what we're doing now is we have launched a new piece of technology called PayPal Beacon. And PayPal Beacon means when I walk into a store that takes PayPal, my phone wakes up and says, "Hello, John, this store takes PayPal." I check in, experience works seamlessly. I pay with my face. I use my face to pay. Next time I go to that store, I don't need to take my phone out of my pocket. As soon as I walk in the shop knows I'm there. They know who I'm like. They know what I like, whether I like, they're not going to say to me, "You need to buy skinny jeans." That would be very wrong. But they can actually say to me in that shop, "John is here." I can now pay without taking my wallet out, but I can also pay without taking my phone out. I can pay by just saying hello and my face. PayPal Beacon is being deployed now around the world. Unfortunately, not in Turkey yet, but is now, you just plug it into a wall socket in the shop, and then suddenly a store becomes interactive. So let's talk through a day. Let's talk through a typical day, and this is not far away. You can have a newsstand, for example, selling papers. As you walk near that newsstand, the beacon in the newsstand goes, "Hello, welcome. Your paper, your favorite paper is there already." You pick it up, you wave, you carry on going. You don't even have to stop to do the shopping experience. You just pick it up, carry on going. That's available already. Transport. You think, you catch the same train to work every day. You don't need to check in. If you come in, you put your ticket to come in the train, you take your ticket to get off the train, you've checked in at that point. We know you're on the train, so if you need to buy anything or do anything on the train, why do you need a wallet? Why do you need a credit card? Why do you need cash? You don't. You're on the train, we know you're on the train, you pay. Commerce is getting even more quick. So a lot of people will say, "I don't order stuff online because I don't want to wait." Well, eBay has a service called eBay Now, and we're rolling this out in the UK. You can go on eBay and you can order an item, and it will be delivered anywhere in your city to you within 1 hour. So it's taken out the whole need to go to that shop. You have the item delivered to you. So for example, I'm on the train, I realized I was going to go to the gym today. I left my trainers at home. I can sit on the train, go on eBay, order the trainers. By the time I arrive at work, there'll be a courier waiting with my trainers, my new trainers. So this real-time instant shopping is taking a little of the line away in between having to go to a store and not having to go to a store. Now we're going to go and eat. So when you go into a restaurant, maybe you're in a hurry. Why can't you check into the restaurant before you arrive, look at the menu, select your food, and when you arrive, your first course is ready to go. You could use the booking engine. Again, like transport. When I go to a train or when I go to a restaurant, you know which restaurant I'm going, what time I'll be there, what time I leave. Takes the pain away, takes the whole payment so parts after it. Then shopping, you go to a shop. As I walk into the store, Beacon has woken up, or I've checked in. The shop assistant says to me, "Oh, hello, John, welcome back. Last night you were shopping online. We noticed you looked at these trousers. We have them in stock in your size. Would you like to try them?" This is the experience your grandmother used to get when she went shopping. She would go to that shop, they would know what she liked, they know what she liked to eat, they know what type of bread she liked, they know all this stuff. So when she went, they said, "Hello, welcome back, give you a good experience." With the power of this kind of technology, you can give that experience now, today, in the big brand retailers. I don't shop in normal shops. I shop online. It's easier. I find it easier. But if I do go to a shop, I want to get an experience where that shop assistant is looking after me and making me feel special. With this technology, you can do that. You can actually start to make people feel very special. Other things we've done. So can you imagine fast food is not fast enough, apparently. So PayPal is integrated with KFC and with McDonald's. In both those cases, you can go to the app, you can order your Happy Meal or your KFC meal. You don't need to queue when you arrive. You go on a special red carpet up to the front, you put your meal up, you leave. It's made fast food even faster. Not that it needed to go much faster, but it is faster now. And then football. So I know in Turkey here, you like your football. I like my football. I'm from England. Now, already in the UK, you can go to these two clubs. You probably won't have heard them in Turkey yet because they don't do Champions League. But you can go to these two clubs. You can sit in your seat. You can check in with PayPal, and it will show you the club store on here. You can order your new club shirt, and then at halftime, they bring it to your seat. So you don't even have to get up to go to the club store. They can bring it to you. So this kind of stuff is happening more and more, bringing the internet and the real world together. Tickets. Why do you need a paper ticket? That makes no sense. Tickets should be bought online, downloadable to a device, and this is one of our sister companies, StubHub. StubHub in the US, you can buy your ticket. If you're going to sell it to someone else, you can transfer the ticket using email to your friend. You can sell them the ticket directly. It's on their cell phone. They can walk in, use their cell phone to enter the stadium. But why do you need paper tickets? Very inefficient, and again, that's already starting to change. This is all a very glorious and interesting future where you don't have to carry a wallet, your identity is your currency. But there's some warnings, and it's very important that when we're doing this kind of stuff, we heed these warnings. The first thing is anything like this has to be opt-in. It cannot be opt-out. So anything that requires someone to use their identity for a benefit needs to be opt-in, because if it's opt-out, then the whole security and privacy thing becomes a horrible mess. And frankly, some people don't want this future. So make sure it's opt-in. The other thing I would really, really recommend against is too many wallets. So everybody out there is trying to create a new wallet. This really scares me. Why this scares me is a lot of people find it very hard to manage their finances. If you have a lot of wallets, all sucking money from your bank account or your credit cards, how are you going to manage your finance? You're not going to know which wallet is taking money from elsewhere. So I would strongly suggest we consolidate wallets rather than create new wallets, because I think it's very bad for people who can't manage their money. So who has seen the film Minority Report? Okay. Do you remember this scene when Tom Cruise walks into the shop and all the stores and holograms come alive and go, welcome back, Mr. So-and-so, here's your cardigan, or did you buy this, did you buy that? Do you remember that scene? So who here thought that looks like a nightmare? A few. Who here thought that looks awesome? Well, he's a techie, I can tell. But as a techie, I think this is the future. I think this is where it's going, where you can walk into a store without anything, you get customer service that matches what your grandmother gets with the big data that matches what you have on the internet. So this is my belief of where the future will be, and it's already starting to happen. Thank you.